Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, bringing you the second section 2, chapter 13 in my Human Revolution Give Me Deus Ex difficulty video walkthrough. And this is the level entitled Fallen Soldiers. And this guy here is a salesman, as you can tell with the computer and the lovely top hat. And I'm going to be selling everything except the usuals, which is grenades and the protein nutrients that give you back energy. So feel free to buy anything you want from this guy. He's got a lot of upgrades, he's got a lot of cool stuff. And it all depends on how you're playing, but if you're going for the Pacifist and the Foxiest of Hounds, then a lot of the weapons are redundant aside from the non-fatal ones, and even those can backfire because I've read forums where if you shoot somebody with a tranquilizer gun in their head, they eventually die, or people dying over large periods of time because of what you've done to them, and that just sounds like some Metal Gear Solid level of bullshit, that does. But as soon as you go up this ladder and you get out of this manhole, you will effectively be in the shipyard, and this is where the stealthing begins. So if you... wow, that's a lovely skyline. If you're raring to go ninja style, this is exactly what you're going to be waiting for. And I would advise you to run over here to what looks like this little cabin. Once you go inside of it, there is a computer, there's probably some stash to pick up and what have you. Be very careful because there is a guy that will patrol, and if he sees you running across there, he will come and have a look. And as always, just salvage what you can. I pressed that button, but I can't tell you what it did, because I generally come over here and move this box. So that could have powered down a gate, it could have powered down a fence, I honestly don't know. This is the route I take into this place every time I've played the game, and it's the one I believe that is very, very simple. But we need to get to that building to my left now. So what I do is I kind of circumvent this courtyard and I come all the way around these containers. I get myself in a lovely line and I use my cloak, I run for it, I jump, and it seems too obvious and too crazy to work, but it just did, and you just saw it work. So be careful when you enter this room because there is a sleeping guy, but I have not managed to wake him up yet. I haven't stood up near him, that probably will. I've been banging lockers, I've been fucking doing all sorts of noise-making techniques, and he still hasn't roused. So you should be good. Save just in case, because there's nothing worse than doing a large stretch of stealth only to get spotted by the one douchebag that just happened to be looking at that one spot with half his eye, half asleep, half-assedly, and it's just annoying. So do the hack to get into the room, and through here there's going to be a piece of C4 in a locker, and then we have to take it to the building behind this courtyard and plant it in the foreman's office. And after that he mentions how we have to get on the boat, but don't worry, because as soon as you plant the C4, a cutscene carries you onto the boat and it makes it very simple. That grate there will lead to an area covered in the gas, and I reckon that is a very easy way of getting into this room if you do have that ability. And it makes me think that maybe those very unique abilities that you only have to use so often really come through for you when you do use them, because that is directly into this area. I don't know where the other manhole is, but it's probably something worth checking out, because that's an awesome shortcut. Anyhow, come out of the office, use your stealth to move across to these containers. Pay attention to that guy to your left. Right now, all I'm looking at is my radar, because your radar is God on this game. If you can get good at reading it and get good at predicting it, you will have no trouble stealthing at all. And then I continue over here, and I'm going to climb this ladder where the camera is. And this is the area I mentioned in an early video where I go up to the roof and I try and smash the window, but I don't actually physically have a gun that will enable me to do it. And instead, I end up jumping off a roof and getting very lucky and finding a secret path. So, right now what I'm waiting for is, I can see the darkened triangle moving around, and I know he's going to come all the way towards me. He's going to stop, he's going to turn around, and then he's going to move, and I'm just waiting for that pattern to play out so I can get up the ladder, get behind him, and deal with him if I have to. If I'm completely honest, I don't think I do deal with him, because he sees me when I jump off the roof. And it makes it really tense because he's alarmed, but he doesn't quite see me. So you can jump over that guard line, that yellow guard line to my right, and land on a ventilation shaft if you don't jump too high, because that's exactly what I'm about to do. Because if you climb this ladder, there is a skylight that will let you into the facility, but you've got to smash the glass, and it does alarm the soldiers, but if you drop down using Icarus and you have the invisibility, you can recover very quickly. But you'll notice There's no button to open the window. There's nothing to pick up to smash the window. There's no cheeky vent to get past the window. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are you serious? And I'm not throwing a grenade because that's just asking for trouble. So I look around for anything, and then as a last-ditch effort, I run over into it and start jumping on it to hope my weight will give way. I'm like, come on! Smash, goddamn you! And it doesn't. So and I just look down here on my map. I notice that there's no soldiers in the vicinity, so I go to jump, but I land on this. And look at that. I'm on a little lip on the front of the building, and there's a lovely ventilation shaft. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's happening? There's somebody that's seen me. Am I in trouble? Am I in trouble? And this leads into the building. If that is not the luckiest find, I don't know what is. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it because people thinking I'm a legend for jumping off the roof and timing it and everything, but yeah, complete and utter fluent luck. Didn't know it was there, but a fantastic game for giving you the option of finding shit like that by accident. So here we are anyhow inside the warehouse. There is a guy to my left and a guy in front of me. You'll notice I went into cloak as I got halfway up because you never know when you're going to get seen. That is the folly of some of the AI. Sometimes they'll spot you, other times they've got cataracts. It's unbelievable. But this guy here, he's one of the heavy dudes, and he's going to patrol all the way over to where I am, so I'm just being patient, I'm waiting him out. As soon as he comes towards me, I'm also waiting for my battery to replenish, so I just move along the box, and as soon as he's at a nice distance, I go into my cloak, and I start moving. So there he goes, there he stops. I know he's got his back to me now, so I don't need to use my cloak. I'm watching the triangle to see if it turns around, and he goes the other way, so I'm completely safe now. And what we need to be is we need to be across the other side. So I drop down using the Icarus ability. I think someone hears me. So what I always do as a contingency is I always activate my stealth just in case. Because there's nothing worse than being spotted midway through a room and having no way out. So right now there's a bunch of guys behind me. There's a couple in front of me and I have no stealth. So I have to be sure that my movements are correct. There's two guys there. If you rush this ladder, they will not see you. If you run, they probably won't hear you. I would just crouch because it's easier and you're a better and safer and more quiet profile. But if you come over here, there's some machine gun ammo and there's also a vent which is hidden over here. You can actually hear the vent before you see it, and this leads directly into the office where you can either do some hacking, try and find some items and things of that nature, or you can just go directly to the desk, put the bomb and end the level. And there is only 2 levels left, guys, but the next one is the hardest of the game, so get ready for that. But this is the end of the video. I hope it helped. I hope the guide is getting you through the tougher sections. I will see you in the harder ones yet to come, and as always, you take care now.